This is the Heritage Workshop Centre, which is located on Wild Score, and this has been a real important centre point for our Scores project. Here we've had our research volunteers come and take part in lots of activities and conservation training and some creative workshops. John Stannard and his team at the Heritage Workshop Centre have been a real support for the project, and we're really grateful for allowing us the space to be able to do a lot of the project activities.
I'm a local person. I've always lived in Lowestoft, so the history of my town is very important to me. I'm a quite recently retired primary school teacher, and we used to bring our children that we worked with on Scores walks to give them a little bit about the history of the area. Although I'm not an expert by any means, I know that this area has got a really rich history, so I feel it should be preserved and brought to the attention of more people.
So the arch was restored late this spring. It was becoming quite damaged by plant growth. There was ivy growing, getting into it, and so it became unsafe and they had to close the highway, and a lot of people were quite disappointed by that. So Rachel of the Scores Project was able to get Century Training to come in, and they repaired it for us. And they completely dismantled it and reassembled it, and luckily it was finished in time for the Scores race.
So we've been working down Martin's Score with our conservation trainees, where they've been carrying out some repairs, and it's evolved into other work where we've been doing some litter picks and some weeding. So the volunteers have been quite keen to carry on to do some improvements down the scores, and have been joined with some of the research volunteers that we've had for part of the project. So at the moment we're sort of ongoing, meeting up every couple of weeks.
We come to the record office every couple of weeks. We want to find out about the people who lived in the scores and about the businesses that were here, to find out about the life that was in them. Today, some of the volunteers have been looking into someone called George Vempley Burwood. He was a marine modellist in the census, and he was an artist, and he painted a well-known painting of Lighthouse Score. So we're finding out about his life. He lived in several different places, including a really big house on Rant Score called The Grange. And he studied at Lowestoft Art School. So we're just finding out about his past and the background to him.
A little word about Lowestoft Score. David Butcher and I have found from the Manicourt records that up until the 1720s or 30s, it didn't go all the way through to the High Street. These cottages on the left are the older ones. These cottages on the right were built about 1900. So this is the last of the original serpentine crinkle walls that you can see here. So we're literally standing where this photograph was taken, looking up the score. Sorry, no, it wasn't that side. All of this side was the garden. There was a big market garden here, and the score, maltster score, which now Doglegs, probably. Again, looking at the records, maltster score, not by name, but did certainly exist in the 17th century and came straight down the cliff. It looks as if whoever laid out this garden here encroached on the score and had it diverted round the property. and of course it continued at one time back there as well. So that's gone as well. But it's still got the crinkle crankle.
And this is the original, isn't it?
This is the original here. I
And they've
think
got newer bits
they've
on
got
top.
some newer bits further along. You all know the reason for crinkle crankle walls or serpentine walls is John Stannard insists on calling the strength of them.
Yeah.
If you put a solid upright wall, every so often you need buttresses.
So we're standing outside Flint House, which is 80 High Street in Lowestoft, where we based our Scores Project exhibition over the 2 weekends of the Heritage Open Days this year. We had over 565 visitors over the 2 weekends, where we shared project work so far with our research volunteers and conservation training, and also some of our commissioned work, which was a children's trail map and another trail map, just to engage and encourage different audiences to explore their local heritage. We also had the Echoes walking trail app as well, for people to navigate any time of year, which they can download on their phone and walk around the scores and learn a bit more in an audio and visual way. We're at the back of the Heritage Workshop Centre. This is where we're based in the outside area, our conservation practical training. So we've set up some mock-up walls which the volunteers was able to practice their skills with medieval masonry. They also had a week where they had John Lord, the flint napper, where they could have a go at doing some flint napping, and they was just trying out different techniques using lime mortar, using bricks, and had a go at stone masonry as well. So the Lowestoft Scores Project has been looking at the 11 existing scores around Lowestoft, alongside a partnering project in Great Yarmouth looking at the rows. Here we've been looking at and making some improvements by conservation training, repairing some of the scores where it's been left to deteriorate and decay. We've had a volunteer group form from our conservation training research activities, where we've been doing litter picking, weeding and some small repairs. Based at the Heritage Workshop Centre, we started our research activity. Here we've had talks with Ivan Barn and David Butcher. We've had Sue Barnard and Janice Kirby from the local Genealogical Society come and teach our trainees and volunteers how methods of research. Community engagement has been the centre of the project through volunteering and training opportunities in research, building conservation and creative work.